for?
It usually, with this setup, we get technically 45 minutes, but it starts to shut you down. I'll get notification about 10 minutes before our time starts to fade. I want to think Wednesday afternoon's class was the first time I had Zoom shut us down. We didn't get to the end. Things were still going on, but that's essentially about what you get. So based upon that, it works in this scenario because everybody's already familiar with like beats, itches, and other things, so we can kind of follow through. This is Larita. I saw her a minute ago. Where did she go? Good morning. Good morning. Hi, Laretha. Are you good over there?
Yes.
Well, anyhow, I want to say happy May 1st. We made it to May 1st. I am so excited. I was thinking today, remember, I don't know if you're familiar with this, when May 1st came, we would do our maypole wrap and maypole. Have you ever done that before?
What
I
is
didn't
it?
hear that.
Wrapping the maypole. When I was in grade school, this was like May 1st was like a big event. And of course, you got all dressed up, your parents, to represent your parents, and we would wrap the maypole, and you go over, under. So you ended up with this beautiful pole wrapped in all these different colors. So that was our happy May 1st day. But nevertheless, hi Laretha.
Hey.
How are you?
All right, I'm doing okay. Hey, Diane.
Hey, Larissa.
Yeah, Diana's back with us. Good morning, Roderick. He's there somewhere. But anyhow.
Good morning.
Hi, good to hear you.
Yes, I remember doing the maypole too. It was May Day.
Yes, exactly. That was a big thing. It was like a festival, And of course, all you had to do was make certain that everybody went in the same direction, because
that was the hard part.
You remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun. So anyway, this is going to be our May 1st day. So I'm glad to see Diana back, and Cynthia, glad to see you. Some of you I've been communicating with through either text messaging or the website, but it's been working really well for me and a lot of participants. People that are in the beginners and intermediate class in particular use that email address that I set up so that I can communicate with them one-on-one. But it's working. We're working around. But nevertheless, so at this point, what I'm going to ask you, does anyone have any, we always did our sharing information. Does anybody have anything to share? I'm just letting Leona in. Leona?
Yes.
Okay, you don't have visual by choice? Is that what I'm seeing?
Yeah.
Okay, I just make certain. Okay.
She didn't get her hair done. That's what it is. Okay.
All right. As long as she's with us, we'll excuse you this week.
It's on rollers.
Okay.
I'm gonna FaceTime you.
Huh?
I'm gonna FaceTime you.
Okay. But all right. So back to the mainstream here. So excuse me, Sylvia's joining us now. My question, good morning. Make sure I picked up Sylvia, I think. Good morning, Sylvia. What I do like, and I think is pretty neat, is seeing some of the backgrounds. Sylvia, can you hear me? Okay, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Okay.
Good morning.
So my question of the moment is, does anyone have any info to share? And when I say info, it can be good news things, hopefully good news things, or something that you have a concern about, which is something we normally would do, so that we can, or I can help you address it, or we can do a group hug and make you feel better. Laretha looked like she's like,
I'm just thinking, I don't have anything.
okay, but nevertheless, Good morning again. So what I wanted to do is I was helping someone the other day because I know we were working on this Gelini spiral, and I was assisting someone in the beginners class because they were interested in trying to look at a peyote stitch, which is a basic. But in the process of doing so, they sent me an email, and it had to do with the threads. So I was helping them research some threads, and I didn't realize that Fire Mountain has a new collection of threads, and these threads are done primarily for using like the Toho beads. If you remember or think about it with the Tohos, we always had problems sometimes getting the right size thread. But apparently there is a new thread called 1G, as in George. Have you seen that?
Yeah, I got some of it.
Oh, you did? How long have you had it?
Since about last year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I hadn't seen that before, and supposedly, Sandra, have you used it before?
I haven't used it, but in reading about it, I think it's probably a lot like Nymo.
Right, okay. Sylvia, you know the piece that you're working on, spiral piece?
Yes.
I think, were you using 15s in that? Oh, wow, it looks fantastic. It's growing.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, it's growing. It's about to end.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Sylvia, that's
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's nice.
So I have 15s in this.
You do? So what
Yes.
thread were you using? Or are you using?
I'm using Fireline.
Okay, okay, yeah. Yeah, I was interested in this, and I haven't seen this thread, so I'll probably order some just so I can try. I like the fact that it said that it doesn't fray on the ends, and I guess because I think I saw size 0 and size G as in George on there, so I will probably, the price isn't too bad. I want to think it was like $4.79 for quantity 1, and it comes on a 50-yard spool. So because I have a lot of Tohos here that I've not used, so I may just order some to try it. Leona, have you used it in any
I
projects?
haven't used it, I just
Oh.
bought it. Because I was gonna ask about it in class, but since we don't have classes. But
You have a class now. So
well,
what's
yeah,
your,
so I still haven't used it.
How was it spelled, Ann?
it's 10 or 0, the letter O, I apologize. N-E, G is in George, 1G. And
Can you repeat that?
it's 1, O-N-E,
Uh-huh.
G is in George.
Uh-huh.
But it comes in a variety of colors.
Oh,
But the special thing about it, it says, is that it doesn't fray at all.
mhm.
Because this is a big thing for me. I was trying to use my thread burner the other day. I'm not sure what's going on with it, but this is my 3rd burner. And I ordered new tips for it, put the tips on, but it either doesn't heat up or, and it gets to the point I don't use it very long, and then it's not heating up.
Mm.
And I tried burning some Fireline because I had redone a bracelet. And even with that, I can't get it hot enough, to really burn the thread. So I don't know whether it's now I knew who else had a thread burner. I don't know if I'm using the same model type.
Yeah.
What's the model or name of the one that you're using?
Thread Zap 2
That's what, is that the silver gray one?
by Beadsmith. Can you see it? I don't know. if
Yes,
it's showing.
yeah.
By Beadsmith.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
And this was my original one. I've had this
Yeah.
for years, but I don't use it that often. But it's lasted.
And I even ordered new replacement tips to go in it. But as I said, I don't know what happens to it. It'll just heat up and barely warm, but it won't burn anything. So, but anyway, I want to tell you about that. And then I was going through, because I'm always looking through like videos and different things with information. Some of this I'm researching for, some for others. But I don't remember did we ever do something called a triple spiral?
I don't remember that.
Because I was trying to find out how many different varieties or different spiral techniques that there are out there. And I came across this one And what it talked about was when you're doing spiral ropes, that you can do a double spiral, triple spiral. And I think, Sandra, I think you did the Russian spiral before.
And I did the Dutch spiral.
Yeah, the Dutch. Cynthia, didn't you do a Russian spiral also?
No.
Do you remember which spiral technique you used?
Ooh,
Been a
it's been
minute.
so long.
Okay, no
Yeah, I
problem.
don't recall.
Now I was just curious, but I came across the site and it talked about the double and triple spiral. And I just don't remember. I have to look at that some more if that was something that we had done in the past with what we're doing. So, Barbara, is that chocolate?
No, it's actually a cutie.
What? Oh, okay. I got you. Excellent. All right. So who's been, I know Sylvia's been working on her thing. So who's been working on what here? Ladies, I've got to try this, and I'm hoping with all of my heart, maybe I'll wait till the last 10 minutes. I've been going back and forth trying this share option. And
What's share?
Well, share is a feature that's on Zoom.
It's a what?
What it does is it allows you to share your screen. And so therefore, this is where I have been looking at a way to share a picture, a photo, whatever, so that you can get down to the details of it. And I tested with the other day, somebody I tested with. Well, then the screen came into view, and then it didn't. So let's try it and see. Hopefully you won't go away. Let's see what happens here. There's Alvin.
Yeah.
Hey, Alvin. We're gonna let him take the class. Audit.
Let's see how this works. Hold on a minute. I'm trying to see if I can share.
Oh, who's swimming? What is that?
That's my.
That's her computer.
Right. Can you
Oh,
see
yeah.
that?
Oh, there
But
it is.
I've lost like Sandra.
I still see me,
You do? I don't see you
I
though.
see her too.
but I
Yeah.
lost,
I see her.
I lost some of you.
Yeah, because right now I can see, well, I see you, Sandra.
Okay, I got
I've
it.
lost Cynthia.
I'm here.
Okay, can you see this?
I can see it's beautiful. What is it called?
Beautiful.
Yeah, it is.
Sandra's.
Yes, that's my cubic right angle weave project from last quarter. And some of you remember the rope that I was working on. That's the inner rope that you see.
Oh, okay.
You said
Oh, there's
cubic?
Diana. Okay, so bear with me because what's happening is
I can
I'm
see
trying to
them.
determine who comes back in the window, who's not. So
Yeah.
Diana, when you made a comment, you came back. Sylvia.
Yes.
Okay, I was curious if can you see this?
Yes.
Okay, no, like I said, I'm testing at the same time. So different ones come into view at certain times. So I'm wondering if that has to do with the view. I'm going to stop this for a minute.
And
Yes.
there is a little button there when they come up to view. There's a little arrow on the bottom. There's one on the top.
Right.
Press the bottom one. Everybody's there. And
Right.
then you go back. Yeah, everybody's there.
You scroll
Now
up
you
and
are.
down.
Yeah, now you
But
are.
I mean, even when you were showing Sandra's necklace,
Right.
there's a little arrow over to the side where you can see the other people that are on there.
For you,
Yeah, for me.
on your side. But I'm saying is,
Oh, on your side. Okay.
yeah, what I'm talking about from where I am,
Oh, okay.
it doesn't. Hold on a minute. So what I just did is I just reduced this from the full screen view and it brought it down. That's why I was curious as to what you see on your side. For me, of course, I saw the necklace in full screen.
We see everybody.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
that's good to know. Well, whew, we're safely back. I'll be calling
what
up
is-
someone to practice this. Well, it's difficult because you know you always need someone else on the other side. So
Yeah.
at least you can see because we're all seeing things in different views, but that's good to know. But that's really beautiful, Sandra. Did you give a name to it?
No, I hadn't named it yet.
Well, just so you know, I named it Sandra.
Well,
That's
thank you.
beautiful.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's beautiful though. And as I said, my reason for this is because when we are doing show and tell, sometimes with the lighting and other things, it may not be exacting. So it makes it different or difficult for the end users to see all the details of something you may be working on. So that's another option. The key thing I noticed today is everybody has obviously practiced and gotten themselves into focus more, because normally, I mean, but like lighting and everything, it really is so much better. And Libretha, she planted herself right in front of her plant. Okay, so now Cynthia, I knew when we left, because this is your first time with us online, we were talking
Second.
about the spiral.
Second time.
Second time.
Is it?
Yes,
Yeah.
My
ma'am.
apologies.
No problem.
You weren't here last week, right?
No, I couldn't log in.
Okay, that's right. I got the message from you after.
Yes.
I apologize because we started with the password.
Yeah.
Excellent, excellent. I'm sorry. Now I remember.
Yeah.
Knock, knock. But so have you been working on the spiral, or where are you at this juncture?
No, I haven't begun my spiral. I was finishing up another bracelet that I was working on for ages, and I finally completed it. I made one similar earlier, so this is my second one.
Can you put it closer
Move
to the
center,
screen?
a center of the and
Is that
move
like
forward.
so? Oh,
Under your chin. Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
uh-huh. So this is my
Wow.
second
Wow,
one.
how
Yeah.
nice. Was that the
Yes.
one you
It's
started
nice.
in class?
No, the one I started and finished during the class was this one.
Oh.
This
Okay, now
one.
pull it back towards you.
Toward me? Okay.
Right there. Okay,
Uh-huh.
and
This
just
was the first
right in
one.
front of you, directly in front of your face.
There.
And yeah, excellent.
Ah,
That's much better.
Okay.
Right.
So that's the very first one. It was challenging, but then it was better with the second one.
Okay.
This one
Is
had
that the
more
one that you
details.
created on that frame, on the metal frame? I'm trying to remember.
Yes,
Okay.
it is.
Okay.
Yes. And then I
Okay.
found another bracelet that was tarnishing, and I said, "Oh, here's another one. I can make another one." So I made this second one, and this is the end result.
Wow.
Yes.
Really, really.
That is nice. Very
Uh-huh.
nice.
Thank you.
Very
Thank
nice.
you.
Question.
Yeah, that's it.
Yes.
What did she use as the base of
Yeah.
it?
Cynthia,
It's a
did you
metal.
Go ahead.
It's a metal. It's an old metal bracelet that I had sitting there that was tarnished.
But what did you use for the backing of the netting of the beads?
Oh, the backing. I use felt.
Okay, so you started on felt and used the pattern and stitched through it?
Yes, I have a
Okay.
sample as the next one I'm going to be working on. So what I did, I'll show you. And this is how I did it. I just stuck all my beads there in the order I want to have them,
Okay,
and then I start working around them.
okay.
Mhm.
All right. Okay. The little snippet piece that I saw, Cynthia, can you hold that up again?
Uh-huh.
It looks like you cut a V or something in there. What's
That's
in
the
your?
center.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay, so you did that V to determine where your center is?
Yes, I put that center one, and then I put the two on the side. I just didn't want it in a straight line.
Oh, okay, okay,
Yes.
okay,
Mhm.
okay. Interesting.
Yes.
So now that will cover the outside of the frame.
That
And
is
then
correct.
when you get to the inside, are you going to glue another fabric on the inside? Is that what's happening?
Yes. In the inside, I'll show you the one I completed. If you can see it, that backing is also felt.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
because they recommend a special fabric for that, but it's so expensive. I said, I can do better. So And it turned out nicely with felt. And when you
Yeah.
put it on, when you wear it, it feels nice and cozy on your bracelet. You know, it's not uncomfortable or anything like that. It's really nice.
Right,
Right.
right. Very good.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you for your time
So
and
Cynthia,
your work. Diana, you got a
Yes,
question? I'm sorry.
yes, Cynthia, the fabric that you use was felt on both sides, inside and outside, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, could you use a stretchy fabric? In other words, when you're gonna pull the bracelet apart to put it on, not put it apart, but when you're gonna pull it open to put it on, it has to be a stretchy fabric if you don't
No.
want to use felt.
No, because when you slip it on, it just goes right on.
So there's not much stretching. Oh,
No,
okay.
there's not much stretching, and it's there and it fits nicely.
Okay. What size beads did you use to cover in the black beads? What size are those?
Those are 11 O's.
Oh, those are 11 O's.
Yes, and then these really small ones are 15 O's, the red ones.
The red ones. Oh, okay.
15 O's. And then I just made a mix with the others. Yeah, these are 11.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Very good. Sylvia, did you have a question? So you almost finished your spiral piece. And what are you going to add it to a rope? Or did you decide? I know last week you were undecided whether you were going to do more of a choke or flat.
Well, I still haven't, I'm beginning to run out of beads, so there has to come, it's gonna come to an end. So then I'll have to either string something on it, or I thought about a little pendant, you know, like that.
Mm.
So I haven't, but then I've done so much work on this. So I'm not quite sure yet how I'm going to finish this off. So
Okay,
we'll
so
see.
your concept of the pendant was bringing it all together like a donut look. Is that what am I missing
Well,
something?
I thought about a choker. I mean,
Okay.
something like this, but I need a few more. And then I have to string it, because I was trying to think of kumihimo to go through it, but it would have to be really, really thin to go through this, you know.
So you mean
because,
creating a rope with using Kumi technique? Or the
right, that's what I was thinking about. And I looked at the prumihimo, but that would be ideal, but it would be kind of flat. And I tried that bracelet that I had done in Prumi to see if it would slip through, but then you have to put, I guess it could. I'm really not sure yet. So we'll see what happens. See.
Well, we know you've been working.
Yeah, it looks nice.
So you see all these threads. You got to really be careful when you add thread, when you run out of thread and add thread, that you don't forget the sequence that you were in, because it can mess you up. So that was one thing that I've learned. So it's about ready to be completed.
So
I like Loretha's necklace she did.
Whose?
Loretha. Remember she showed us last week. She put some leather cording through. Didn't you, Loretha?
Yes.
So I have to see if I have some cords that I can, leather cords, but I still need some beads.
When I did a craw tube, I used leather cording through it, and then I added I don't want to say 2 bead caps, because they weren't bead caps, they were like decorative beads. I added 1 on each end.
Yeah.
And then at first I left them open so it would just like move around. Then I decided that I wanted to like secure the beads in place. So then I did a knot, decorative knot on top of that bead to keep it centered, and because I put some flat closures on the end. But the leather cord worked well, particularly if it's like 2 millimeter cord. It's stable and it's enough so you can really see it.
Okay.
Work like that. All right, Miss Loretha.
Yes.
So what's happening with you?
I haven't got far enough to show mine yet. I'll search for my beads to match the necklace that I made. And I finally found them last night. I found some of them in one place and the last what I really need in another place. So I'm getting ready to get started on mine now.
No, go ahead.
I mean, I just wanted to match what I had. So I was at the point of starting something else, but I did find my bead, and I'm going to start with that today.
You know, the intent of this is not to put you on the spot or anything like that. It's really to make certain that we're keeping ourselves going and all of that. But the key thing too is also being able to get together again.
That's right.
Someone asked me, well, what about giving us projects? But that's rather difficult because we all have different supplies. So this is a great time to create things out of whatever you have. Because once again, I found that I have all, well, in the process, and I hate to use the word cleaning. Cleaning is not in my vocabulary. It'll work for me as long as I don't use closet with it. But I found this box that I have. And in this, one of the boxes that they use for collecting photos and things like that, but I have all of these mini strands of beads that go all the way back to when we would go to the bead show. And, you know, I forgot I had them. So once again, I don't want to say you're free to work on whatever it is that you choose to. If you need assistance with something, well, you know, send me the email and I'll make certain that I find out about it or connect with everybody else prior to us getting together. If you need help with something, there's of course no physical way for us to do exchanges and everything, but definitely not asking anybody to go out to the stores. And I did read it on Fire Mountain, where they have this disclaimer that says, even though you may order something, because of the epidemic, they cannot guarantee how long your shipment may take to arrive, because they work with limited staff. So all of those are things, you know, that we have to look at and be aware of. So once again, I'm not asking you to do anything or make you feel that you're under pressure. I gotta have this thing, because we always did that. But we just want to really have fun while we're doing this. Has anybody else gone out? Well, I'm sorry, we got 7 minutes left. Time seems to go so quickly.
Yeah.
Has anybody else gone out and looked at the Fulton County videos?
No.
You should. They've got some great cooking videos out there that were done. Oh, you've done it, like Leona? Yeah, they really do.
Yeah.
I mean, some great recipes and things like that they've done in addition to, and I know Sylvia, you were doing the line dance classes, right? You still doing them?
Yes, I saw Barbara and I. We were in one yesterday at 2.
Barbara who?
Barbara right there.
Okay.
We were doing the one at 2 with Warren Moon.
Excellent. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
tried.
really, the classes, and I mean, the thing about it is you can just observe them, you know, if you don't want to participate at that point. But they really are good videos, and I'm encouraging everybody to go out and look at those. Like I said, even Buffy got me doing my little.
I know. I saw her. The first time I went on it was with Buffy.
No, I mean, really, I enjoyed them. So a lot of effort has been put in, you know, trying to do things to keep everybody active, stay connected, which I think is important. But my thing is always the same. Bear in mind that even though we're doing our classroom setting, it does not mean that we cannot connect again. We're always open and free to do this. So at any point, I'm in. I'm good.
I got in on the gardening class with Kermit.
Oh, great.
Yeah, it was nice and very informative. And he said, "Hey, Miss Martin." I had seen him.
Well, you talking about the plants?
About the plants, the gardening.
Right. Well, I purchased a plant, and it had the little tags on. Don't ask why I threw it away. And I couldn't remember the name of it, because I wanted to know how often I should water it, right? And I purchased this app called Plant Snap, I think is what it's called. But you can take your camera of your phone and snap that plant, and it comes back and it'll tell you the name of the plant. I think mine is called Brumfield. It's got this beautiful, look like a red flower in the center of it. But this app, and of course I was going around snapping all of these pictures, but this app really works. And if it can and need to identify your plant, what it will do is it sends that photo out and they research and come back to you. Speaking of which, Sylvia, I'm going to take your picture because the two Gwens.
What?
The two Gwens, my plants.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm serious. You should see how wide they're really beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they're nicely green. Yes, looking really, really good. So I have to snap a picture so you can see them. Yes.
What's the name of the app?
It's called Plant Snap, I think is the name of it. If Snap, it's a Snap plant. I'll look it up and I will send it to you. I'll text it to you.
You got a friend like that too?
It's called Plant Snap.
Oh, okay.
Plant Snap. What'd you say, Leona?
Oh, I said Cynthia had a friend.
Had a friend?
Yeah.
A
Over
friend?
her shoulder.
I missed
Someone was over your shoulder too.
Oh.
Oh, here with me?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my sister Judith.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I got you. Okay, no problem.
She's making a shawl. She's crocheting a shawl next to me.
All right.
Okay. All right. So is there anything else that I can follow up for you or any thoughts or suggestions? I mean, if you come up with things that you feel that we can look at or we need to visit, please share that information with me. You guys know how to reach me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Did Sandra share something?
Yes, she did. I did the Snapchat of
necklace.
hers. We did the test.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's
Right,
right.
we did the test with hers. So is there anything that you feel that can be added to the list of senior services before we leave that will enhance and make things better for you?
I think Fulton County has done a great job. I sent a letter out the classes. And then also just to say it was really great because I mean I was dying the first couple of weeks, you know,
Right.
but it's really a great thing that to be able to take these classes. And then not only that, Erica has been calling around, checking on the seniors, making sure we're okay, see if we need, and I think that is just really wonderful. I am so happy to be a part of Fulton County and that they do this for us. I think that's just awesome, you know.
Excellent.
And
I
want
second
to
that.
give
I
them
second
kudos.
that, Barbara. I second that. They're doing a wonderful job. I second that. They're doing such a wonderful job. I'm so proud of them, especially with the virtual classes. I did get in on Buffy with the exercise, and I got in once with the drama people. Yeah, but they're really, really doing a wonderful job.
I agree. I wholeheartedly agree with that. Yes.
And I have a question for you. I think Fulton County serves meals at the multipurpose senior centers, if I'm not mistaken. I haven't been by one, but I think that's another service.
They were, and I don't know the status of that, but to answer your question, yes, they are still serving meals. I'm not certain where the distribution point is at this time, but meals were still available, and they've done that over and over. But just that communication of, you know, making contact with people doing a wellness check. So we got less than a minute. I don't want it to cut us off. But once again, give me a call, or I'll give you a call, and if we can schedule something else, it would be great.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
See
Enjoy your
everybody.
day. Bye-bye.
Stay safe, everyone.
Thank you. Love you. Bye-bye.
Bye, Lily.
Hasta la vista.
I don't want to leave.
Oh,
Hi, Lily.
yeah, we don't want to leave.
Hi, Leona.
Hi, guys.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody. Bye. Love y'all.
Bye, y'all.
Hugs and kisses.
Be safe.
Yes.